there, this is Denise with Modern Priscilla Tarot. Welcome back to my channel. I am so glad that you are all here for this pick a card. If you have not already, please make sure to hit subscribe. That way you'll never miss out on another video like this. And I'd love to have you in the family. All right, friends. So we are doing a pick a card. The question, will we reconcile? So we're going to take a look at the cards and see what we can see. I have 3 decks set out here today along with my Oracle card deck. Here I have the Zombie Tarot with my Amethyst Cluster. Here I have the In-Between Tarot with Amber. Look at that. And then here I have the Deviant Moon Tarot with a raw piece of Lepidolite. And as I mentioned, I have my Oracle card deck. This is the Messenger Oracle with my clear quartz to open up the energy. All right, friends. So this is what I'm going to do. I am going to live shuffle, and then I'll be setting out 3 piles, for which then I will invite you to select your pile. I will put timestamps in the description. That way you can fast forward and bump around as you need to. And with that all being said, let's get started. Okay, here we are. We have pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. Now what I'm going to ask you to do is calm your mind. Think of the question, will we reconcile? See where your attention is drawn. And select your pile. If you need extra time, please feel free to pause the video. Otherwise, let's get started. Pile number 1. All right, pile 1. Let's find out, will you reconcile? Let's see what we can get. All right, we're going to take a look at our Oracle card first. Let me move that up. There we go. All right. Nourish the soul. All right. Well, right now, while you're in a period of transition, whether you reconcile or not, the Oracle card is suggesting you need to take some time to really nourish your soul. So this means doing things that make you feel good. This means self-care. And this could mean taking a bath. This could mean studying some self-help kind of material. This can mean anything in between, whatever works best for you for self-care. All right, so let's see what else we've got. Will you reconcile? Okay. There we go. All right. So we start off here with the Tower, and the Tower talks about rebuilding things. So that's great. If you're looking to reconcile, that's very positive. We're talking about, again, a big change, a change of consequence, something that matters. That would obviously be your breakup. And again, the Tower pops up when we're having a chance to rebuild things. We're running right into the Sun right after the Tower. And this is great because we're rebuilding into what? into the sun. This is success, happiness, fulfillment. This talks about, finding what truly makes you happy. This is about being optimistic and things like that. So this shows there's an opportunity here for rebuilding, and that you should be optimistic about that. Here, the Four of Cups. This kind of indicates, though, that, once you guys connect and you're ready to kind of reconnect this relationship and get everything back in order, there are some things that might be going on that you might be avoiding, either one or both of you avoiding some of the major maybe issues that caused you to break up in the first place. It seems kind of like you're getting back together, but you're not addressing those things that caused you to break up. It talks about the failure of not to see something right in front of your face. That's what the Four of Cups is about. Next, we have our Ace of Wands. The Ace, this is all about new beginnings. That's what all aces are about. This is Wands, so this is a new opportunity to grow together. There is something that you are not addressing, though. I see that here with our Ten of Swords. Something that's not being addressed, and that needs to be addressed. If you're wanting to have this last, if you're wanting to be successful in the relationship in the long run. Ten of Swords indicates kind of like finalizing a project, things like that. Now, obviously, your relationship's not technically a project, but, there is work to be done. So it kind of is. So, but this card shows up when we need to kind of put an idea to bed and finally deal with it and just conquer that idea, right? So next, we're running into our Justice card. The Justice card, as the name implies, talks about justice, getting what you are owed, fairness. Now, if you have any kind of legal matters going on right now, this talks about those being resolved in your favor. So that's good. Not sure if that's going on for you right now. But if not, then just disregard. This does talk, though, about, fairness and impartiality. So getting your relationship back on track, it has to be balanced. There is something, these two cards are pointing out to me, there is something you guys have not addressed, or that will not be addressed initially, that needs to be. All right. Now what we're going to do, putting a bridge on to connect the top and the bottom row, and our bridge will give us some more depth into the columns. So let's see what we've got. Okay, so we're looking right now, the cards are saying, looking like a reconciliation is possible. So that's great if that's what you were hoping for. I assume it is. But we're going to see what more we can get. We've got our Knight of Hazards, which is Pentacles. That's our bridge from the Tower to the Ace of Wands. This is the rebuilding, and this is the new opportunity to grow. Well, we've got our Knight of Hazards as our bridge. This is telling you that you should take it slowly, and you should be paying attention to the details, especially things that have to do with everyday life. So not necessarily always about emotions and things like that, but about the physical aspect of life. Sometimes, it's about, it causes an emotion. Even the physical aspects of life, everything we do causes an emotional reaction in some sense at some level, right? So I guess it does sort of keep an emotion in there for that respect. But the Knight of Pentacles is all about everyday life, that kind of a thing, going slow, spending that time together, adjusting, what are you doing? Where are you going? How, things like that, the things that you would do in your daily life, making sure you're making time for each other, making time for your work, making time for your other friends, things like that. Go slow. Next, we have the Sun running into our Ten of Swords. So our hope, our optimism, our success. Here with we've got to address something. We need to put something to bed. We need to resolve it. Well, we've got the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is ready to get started. The Page of Wands wants to really jump in and do things. And this is great, because this is what you want to do. When you first get back together or first start talking, you'll have to play it by ear and see what makes the most sense. But in the beginning phases, you are going to want to address whatever it was that made you have issues in the first place. And that's going to be important because it will repeat if not. Our Page of Wands, here we had our Knight of Swords saying we're going to be working slowly. We're going to be spending some time together and managing our life to fit together, right? But here on this side, we've got our Page of Wands. Wands is effort and growth. So don't expect that just by talking about it, it's going to make the problems go away. This page is here to tell us that this takes a continual attention, effort. You can't just say, we talked about it, it's good, let's go put it to bed now. There's sometimes you have to be continuing to nurture your relationship, right? Okay, so here's you not seeing and not refusing to look at what's in front of you, the issue that caused you to break up, the other kinds of things that are involved in that. Plus with our Justice card, getting that what you're owed, that fairness. We are bridged by the King of Wands. I think your person is very much on the same page in terms of the fairness. Whatever it is that broke you up, you need to resolve. But I think this person and you are both on the same page about wanting to resolve things, wanting to be fair. Nobody's trying to win or lose. Everybody wants to win, right? Because you want to make a compromise and things like that. So I do see your partner will be on board for that. I don't think this conversation is going to be a huge struggle for you. I think that they're going to be very open. All right, so we're going to get an outcome card. This is I randomly select and pick the one that's calling my name. And that one said, pick me, pick me. All right, let's see what this one is. Oh, another ace. Oh, this is great. And it's daily life. It's hazards. So remember what our Knight said is about going slow. And here's where you're having more time together. This is really strong. You need to spend time together, more time together. If that was one of the issues that broke you up, well, then clearly that needs to be resolved. But again, I think your person is going to be right there wanting to resolve things. So yeah. Ooh, so this looks like a yes, pile one, looking like a yes for you. Ooh, well, you'll have to drop a comment and let me know if this made sense to you, if it resonates. I would love to hear from you. And if you haven't already, I'd like to ask you to please go ahead and subscribe. It really helps me out. Plus, I never want you to miss out on a video. All right, my friend. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. Pile number 2. All right, pile 2. Let's see. Are you going to be reconciling? Let's find out what we can see here. Okay, we're going to take a look at our Oracle card first. Let the emotions flow. Wow. Okay. Now, have you been holding back your true feelings or your true emotions, how something makes you feel? It's important for good communication, for transparency, wanting to rebuild something. It's important to let our emotions flow. It seems to me that this card would pop up for somebody who is perhaps not showing their emotions. But if you feel like you already are, maybe it's time to, evaluate what your emotions are telling you. There might be more involved than what you're thinking. So, all right. So let's see what else we've got. Will you reconcile? All right, so we start off here with our Page of Coins. Coins is Pentacles, and that's the suit of everyday life. So money, career, home, time, school, that kind of a thing. And this is the page. So the page is kind of young in the courts. Think about the court. It's the page, the knight, the queen, the king. So it's somebody who's, kind of new in their journey. I think what's going on right now with your breakup, your person is potentially seeing how to move on, just let's go. But So don't read too much. Wait a minute. We got to keep going. But working slowly on it. I think things aren't moving, that life without you is not as exciting. It is not moving quickly. Something new is not popping up. So we've got our hanged man. That's when our person is thinking differently, right? Trying to kind of accept where they are in life right now. So they've moved on. They're working on paying attention to things, but now they've got thoughts of you again. They're thinking about you. We've got our King of Cups right after that, which also tells me that this person is kind of watching you from a distance, kind of feeling those feelings and not letting them out, not letting them show, not wanting to reveal that there are feelings there. So yeah, the top row is very clearly showing what immediately happened after the breakup or after your distance from each other. Ready to move on, do our thing, and then yet, I'm still feeling connected to this person, right? So now down here, we've got our 10 of coins. This is great because this shows that we're working toward a happy relationship. This is what this person wants. I think this person got in over their head. Did they break up with you? Did they break up with you? I'm thinking, and they got in over their head. They think they thought that's what they wanted, but that it ended up not being what they wanted. And I don't know exactly what might have popped up to make them say that. Might have just been they realized that, hey, this isn't what I want. The 10 of coins is saying that this was their goal. They still want to have a relationship, a happy family. This is where they're going. This is somebody who's very secure. So that's what they want. We've got our 10 of wands here, which talks about the death of an idea. The idea was that you guys would be better off apart. Well, that idea is not working out so well, is it? So, I think that this person is thinking about reconciliation. Does this person not show emotion very much? Maybe they need to let the emotions flow. Something to think about. All right. Well, next we're running into the Page of Swords, and this tells me that some of this might be just acting on excitement too. So there is a little bit of caution. I think what's going on, your person is the breakup happened. They're ready to move on. They're thinking about it differently. Now they're feeling like breaking up wasn't such a great idea. And now it's going to be one of those things like, let's get back together. Okay. Or let's hang out, or you want to come over and hang out, or, whatever it is that they say, that kind of spontaneous thing, but no substance, like, let's fix what's wrong. Let's fix what happened, or what can we do going forward? Nothing like that. I'm seeing just the excitement. Let's get together. Let's get together and have some fun. Let's just get back together so I feel better now. And then a week later, it's not going well. If you do not address what broke you up in the first place, it's going to repeat itself. And I'm seeing that they are not addressing it. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put a bridge on. This connects the top row to the bottom row. We're going to see if we can get some deeper information or new information. We'll see what we get. Got a lot of coins for you. A lot of coins. Yeah, they're going to come back. They are going to come back. Another coins. Whoa, we got a lot of pentacles. All right, time is going to tell for you, my friend. I think that this person is coming back, and they are going to want to get back together. I feel like it's more one of those spontaneous things, though. Like, I'm tired of this. I don't like this. It feels bad. I don't want to be single, or, ooh, I want to have some fun, whatever. I feel like it's like that. And time's going to tell if things are going to go further than that. But I do think the reconciliation is on your person's mind. We have our King of Coins here. This is where we're looking at somebody. We're noticing somebody. We're thinking somebody's pretty awesome. They're looking back at you and your relationship saying, boy, I had it pretty good. Why did I break that up? Or why did we end it? Let's see what we can do. That kind of a thing. Here, we have our Magician as the bridge. So we've got our Hanged Man thinking differently, the death of the single idea. We've got a Magician, which says, let's start over. Let's create something new. Your person is going to want to reconcile with you, but our Ace of Coins here on top of our King of Cups and our Page of Swords is telling me that you need to watch the time, spending time, I mean, together, not literally watching the clock. I mean, you're going to have to spend some time and see if this person is serious. It might just be an initial thing, but yeah, they might not be very serious in the beginning. So only time will tell that. You're going to need to spend some time with this person to see if they are, you know, legitimately wanting to get back together, or if it's just for in the moment. You know what I mean? Okay, so this is going to be our outcome energy. I want to see what's going on the outcome here. Six of Swords. All right, so we've got our Six of Swords. The Six of Swords talks about carrying a lot of baggage, and trying to move forward. Your person doesn't want to address the stuff that happened. That's the problem. Now, can you overcome that problem? Potentially. Only time's going to tell. You know, you're going to have to see if it's, you know, it might be exciting for you too. You're going to be maybe all in at first, you know, when this new reconciliation happens. Maybe you're all in, they're all in. You're having fun at first, but if you don't address it, and solve it, you know, or agree to move on and do something different, it's just going to repeat itself. And that's what this card says. You need to resolve it, or you're going to be carrying that baggage with you. It's either going to ruin your relationship, make your relationship uncomfortable, unhappy, you know, whatever. It has a negative feel to it for sure. But it's swords, communication. That's what swords are. If we have communication, we can resolve this. But I do think initially it's going to be more that excitement. Yeah, for sure. Ooh, well, you know best what to do then. You're going to have to see how it plays out. But I do think the answer is yes. There is a reconciliation coming. And yeah, time will tell if this is going to be solid relationship. Ooh, pile two. What do you think? Wow, this was pretty insightful, I think. What do you think? Leave me a comment. Let me know. Let me know what you're thinking. I love feedback. And of course, if you haven't already, I always try to remind everyone to please hit subscribe. It helps me out so much, and I never want you to miss out on a video. All right, my friend. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. Pile number 3. All right, pile 3. What is going on for you? Will you reconcile? Okay, let me straighten up here. These cards are a little longer, so I'm going to have to move this out of the way. There we go. Now we're going to take a look at our oracle card first. Have courage. Ooh, that's a good one. Have courage. Well, we know what that means just by how it says there, have courage. We're going to take a look at the cards and see how it pulls in, see if we can get any deeper information. But having courage could mean about the actual reconciliation, right? So let's see what else we've got. Ooh, we got the Death card. That's good. Or that's actually the, yeah, that's the Death card. What am I talking about? There we go. There we go. Oh, yeah. You've got some things happening. All right. So the Death card. Now, first of all, death never means death. Nobody is dying. It's actually a pretty cool card. It means the natural closing of a chapter and the beginning of a new chapter. So we need to see how this pulls out. But this says that big things are coming for you, that a chapter has ended, but a new chapter is beginning. Now, I think well, let me move on before I start rattling things off. We have our Seven of Wands. And here we have our King of Cups. This combination on the top is telling me that I think your person is going to want to reconcile, but I think you are going to say it is time to move on. Do you know why I think so? Because you got somebody else coming in. You've got somebody else who is more interesting to you, maybe that you like them better, maybe they're nicer to you, maybe they're more attractive, don't know, but this person is coming. This chapter closed. That's the breakup. Here you are saying, you know, in the Seven of Wands, you're saying, I am standing my ground on what I said or what I did or what I want or what this means. You know, this is you kind of pushing back against this person. This person is watching you. This person does have those emotions for you and wants to get back together. But if you notice, I mean, this is telling like a story here as we go. Here, if you notice, we have our Four of Cups, and that's you saying, poof, I don't want that. Look at her throwing the cup off. I don't want that. Wow, maybe your breakup was better for you than you realize. Have courage. Have courage, because guess who's coming? The Knight of Cups is coming. That's who's coming. If you watch my videos, you know that I call the Knight of Cups the ooh la la card. And that's because this is the sweep you off your feet energy. This is your favorite movie star. That's who this card is. Romantic, charming, smart, charismatic, all those things sweep you off your feet coming in. And he's running right into our Seven of Pentacles. Now, our Seven of Pentacles means you might be doubtful. You know, you've just come off of a relationship or somebody you're dating and that you guys broke up. Either way, you had a breakup, you know, and sometimes it makes us feel like, you know what, I'm not ready to move forward, or I need to take my time. I have a feeling somebody's coming in who really, really likes you. They're kind of maybe making you feel like you're moving too fast, perhaps. You want to slow down. And, you know, anybody who is worth anything would respect that. So, you know, keep that in mind. Somebody would respect your need for some time or to slow things down. But I think it's going to be coming in quickly. And that's why you might be saying, you know, Seven of Pentacles stuff, you know, saying, you know what, I just want to close this down a little bit, slow this down. I mean, a little bit. You might have some worries, doubts, concerns, things like that, and you're wanting to take your time. So, you know, Knight of Cups is going to have to realize that. Back to your person now, that person is still seeing you. I think it's going to be you who doesn't want to reconcile. Whoa, what a cool twist of events, huh? All right, let's put our bridge on. This is the bridge. This will connect the top row to the bottom row, and it will give us some deeper insight, excuse me, into our spread. So let's see what we've got. All right, so we've got death running into the board. I just don't want you anymore. End of a chapter, and this is boring. I don't want this anymore kind of vibe. We've got the Queen of Wands bridging that. Oh my goodness, I was absolutely right. The cards are saying that you are better off without this person. The Queen of Wands. Court cards typically indicate personality types. Not always, but typically. Anyway, this would represent you. The Queen of Wands, this is who we want to be. Now, this is the Deviant Moon Tarot, so don't look at how beautiful she is. She's got 4 arms and 3 boobs and a mask on, a horns, you know, so you don't look like this person, but this energy, this can be for a male or a female, but this energy does talk about somebody who can do it all. Somebody who can do it all. So that's who you are. And that's why you're bored of this person that wants to reconcile with you. You're not going to do it. You're not going to do it. Here you are pushing it away again. Do you see it just in the artwork? Like I said, if we look at the artwork in these pictures, we can see what they're doing, right? So we can kind of pull some information in from that. This is our Eight of Cups. She's saying, no, I don't want that. I'm walking away from you. Your person wants to reconcile, and I think it's because this new person comes in that you are not interested. This is the bridge. So this is telling me you're saying, nope, I'm pushing against you. And here, because this great person, Here I'm pushing against you again. This time it might be emotional thing you're pushing against, but you're still pushing against them, saying, you know what, I don't want that. The emotions, I don't want the emotions. I don't want to grow with you. Wands, don't want to do it. So now here's our King of Cups going into our Seven of Pentacles. This is where I think this is a personality type. This is your person. And he or she is saying, you know what, I'm watching you from afar. I want to get back together. I am, you know, he's a king, so he might come through, you know, peek through and make an effort. I think, well, I definitely think he's going to make an effort. He or she wants to get back together. And here with our 7, you're saying, you know what, I don't want that. Things are moving slowly. I'm just working on myself. Now, Knight of Cups or King of Cups dude doesn't realize we have the Knight of Cups coming in, right? So your person says, oh, maybe you just need time or whatever. You're going to need to communicate and say, no, that's not it. I have the Chariot as the bridge. So this tells me you want to move forward. Our Chariot is moving. Our Chariot says you choose your own route and you move forward with excitement. This is for clearing the clutter out of your life and saying, I don't need any of that. That's courage right there. You're courageous right there. Oh my goodness. Let's do an end game card. This is my outcome energy. I like to do one of these just to kind of get an idea about either a sum up or an additional message. All right, you are going to be successful. We have the 9 of Pentacles. Your new life is successful. Ooh, honey, I don't know what you're thinking, but oh God, you got to tell me. Leave a comment. I don't know what you're thinking, but what this is telling me is, while yes, you might be wanting to reconcile in this very moment, in this very space, you need to think about it, hun, because it looks like there's some good things out there. There are some really, really good things out there. Somebody's interested in you, or they're soon about to be. You've got Queen of Wands energy. You are on fire. Our 9 of Pentacles, which is our end game, our sum up, our energy outcome card. This is all about success. This is all about feeling good. This is kind of about feeling like you have a reward for the work you've been doing, the work you've been doing on yourself. You've moved a long way since you broke up, you know, in your mind, in your development. You know, even if it's a fresh breakup, you've got to come a long way. You might have to slow this new person down a bit, but have courage. Wow, pile 3. So it looks like, yes, they're going to want to reconcile, but you might want to be thinking twice about it. Now, use your best judgment, of course. You know, these are the cards are suggesting that this is what the result will be, but always use your best judgment. But it's looking like you might be better off moving on, my friend. Woo, exciting. Oh, yes. Drop a comment. Let me know. Tell me, what does this sound like? I would love to hear from you. And I'd like to ask you a favor. I would like to invite you to subscribe to my channel. It helps me out so much, but I also never want you to miss out on another video like this. All right, my friends. Thank you so much for letting me read for you.